What's up, everybody? This is Nick, and you're joining us once again for Micro Mini Lightning Newscast Animal Edition.
Ooh.
Where we are talking about all those things that go bump in the night.
Okay.
Like animals.
They all do that.
They all go bump. And that voice you're hearing, of course, is my friend and co-host.
This is Eric.
And Eric, we have 10 minutes to bring them stories about animals, stories that they'll love, and stories that they'll cherish, because every human being loves animals.
Every single one.
All right. And as always, Eric, we have 10 minutes.
10
Speaking
minutes.
of animals, we put 10 minutes on the guest star Death Star.
Okay.
And in that 10 minutes, we're done. All right. 3, 2, 1. Eric, what's that first story? Well, I'll tell you what that first story is, Eric.
Thanks, Nick.
There was a woman. Her name was Amber Cornack. She got her dream job. She was going to be researching animals in this remote mountain range. And, you know,
I'm hoping the kind of research she's doing is how to protect the human race from the deadly animal invasion. You do know there are more animals on this planet than humans.
Well, I do know that. We're luckily whittling that down rather quickly.
I hope so.
But she accepted a seasonal position as a grizzly bear wildlife technician for the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service in Libby, Montana on the 10th of May.
Man, she must know a lot about animals and how to monitor them.
Well, apparently she does. But on the 17th of May, this is a week ago from where we're doing this, while on an assignment in the remote Cabinet Mountains.
Beautiful.
Cabinets run, as far as the eye can see, wild and free in the Cabinet Mountains.
Okay.
She was attacked by a grizzly bear.
Ooh, grizzly. Not a black bear, but a grizzly bear.
No, she was attacked by the mother of all bears, the grizzly. But she was able to reach her bear spray. It's like a mace-type substance, but unfortunately, she accidentally sprayed herself before she was able to ward off the animal.
I'm hoping this story ends well, but she sprayed herself.
Yes.
Okay.
She was actually able to fight the animal off. I mean, I would guess it's probably because the bear got close and this spray was on her, and it may have helped. But she was able to walk 2 miles with a fractured skull.
Dang.
Back to her vehicle, where she called for help, and they were able to get her out of there and get her to the hospital, where she endured 4 grueling hours of surgery to remove bone fragments and clean the wounds in her brain, to also put in some metal plates and screws, obviously, and to drain some fluid. But I mean, this is a incredible thing that she was able to endure this, but also walk the 2 miles to safety.
I'm impressed, to say the least. I mean, black bears are one thing. They're pretty skittish. They'll front. If they charge you, you just stand there and like wave your arms, and they'll run away because they're skittish. But brown bears, grizzly bears those things are killing machines. They know how to kill, and they'll do it.
Well, yeah, I mean, they're pretty much, they're pretty territorial, which I'm guessing that she was, in one of their territories, and it
studying a bit too close.
Yeah, I mean, you wanted to study. I mean, you got, but apparently the update is that she's excited about eating pizza. That was like the update. Like, I guess that's what she was looking forward to.
Okay.
Well, I'm guessing with the drugs they're giving her and all that kind of stuff, excuse me, that she can't eat some foods. Because, with surgery and that sort of thing, you can't.
Well, I mean, she had brain surgery, so I'm not sure how that. Maybe her jaw got beat up too. Well, I don't know. Skull fracture. I mean, that's all in the head area. I don't know.
Well, you're right. That is all. That's science.
They might have to wire her jaw shut.
Yeah, that's probably true. I mean, there's a lot to it, but I mean, this woman is an incredible person to be able to fight off a grizzly bear.
You think that's incredible? Listen to this.
Okay.
This is about a man and his dog. Man's best friend, a Michigan man, is proving that man is a friend to dogs. Because what he did for his beagle. A Michigan man, the Michigan DNR said that they received a nuisance complaint about a bear in the Bueno Falls area. A man said he
Nailed it.
All right, it did. You know it. The man said he let his beagle out of a on cable about 4:30 a.m. Man, that guy gets up early. When he returned a few minutes later to bring him in, he saw a bear running up his driveway. The beagle barked at the bear, but the bear circled around the pup, swatting at him. The owner frantically or quickly tried to pull the dog inside, but the lead got tangled, so he kicked the bear. The bear didn't give up. When the bear came back, he bit the dog. The owner punched the animal in the nose, and it retreated enough for him to shut the door. Man, would you do that for a dog? We know you're an avid animal lover, Nick. As we talked about many times on our show, how much you love animals. Tell us a story about what you would do to save your precious dog, Sam.
Whoa, well, Sam was a very precious animal to me. I miss Sam with everything that I have inside of me. I would have done a lot of things to save Sam. Tell me. I would have
okay.
You fed him.
Oh yeah, that would have been good.
And watered him.
Oh yeah, like a plant.
And well, he was about as stationary as a plant.
He didn't
move. Unfortunately, he didn't grow when you watered him either. But I'm a fan of animals. I don't know that I would fight a bear for a dog though.
It was probably a black bear, the way it sounds. I mean,
still though, wouldn't fight a bear.
Wouldn't fight a bear for a dog.
But I do know now to aim for the nose. Apparently, bears do not like being
just
punched
like sharks.
That's
so
true.
If you're up against a hybrid bear shark, go for the nose.
So here's my question: if we were to pit this man versus this woman, who would win?
I don't know. They both seem to have bettered a bear, so maybe they should forego a fight and sire a love child who would be the savior from the bear infestation that is soon to come.
Bear puncher.
Bear puncher.
Bear fighter? We can do a comic book. If anybody out there wants to do a comic book, we'll sell you the rights. And bears, listen.
Yeah, bears.
Eric's the original bear fighter.
That's right, I am.
He'll take you in the streets.
I'll punch your nose so hard.
He'll meet you in your forest.
With a gun?
He's not scared.
As long as I'm at a safe distance with weaponry.
You all come to his doorstep. He will fight every single one of you.
Yeah, I live right in the middle of the city. Bring it on. We'll see what happens.
Eric is not scared. He says, bring it on.
I'm not afraid of you bears.
All right, moving on, Eric. We have another story.
Well, we do have another story, and this is why we got to be wary. We had two stories where the human race excelled in defeating the cruel bear infestation that has plagued us for decades, if not centuries.
In defeating single-handedly in battle nature's strongest combatant.
Yes.
The bear.
A great man was thinning the herd of an African, what are these? Buffalo. Thinning the herd. He was doing his duty as a great, I don't know if he's American, a human of humanity, whatever that means. He was a professional hunter named Claude Kleinehans.
Nailed it.
Exactly. He was leading a group on an expedition along the banks of a South African river. I don't want to pronounce the name. You guys wouldn't get it because it has a lot of subtle meanings to it.
Levubu River.
The 54-year-old and his party had shot and killed a buffalo and was preparing to load it into their vehicle when they were blindsided by another member of the herd. That would be pretty bad. Another guide ran. So this African buffalo came out from the side. No one saw it coming and struck the man and gored him. And I'm going to describe where this happened. The buffalo struck him and pronged him with his horn in his groin. This severed the femoral artery and killed him almost instantly.
I mean, they killed this buffalo's friend. You can't help but, say that the buffalo was just doing what nature intended it to do, and that's fight back.
So buffaloes kill about 200 people a year, these monsters, hunting the human race near to trying to cause extinction of us, killing up to 200 of us a year. He was doing us a service, and how dare he be not honored for his diligent saving of our race against these African buffalo overlords.
Well, he's been reported. The brochure had called this Mr. Kleinhans reputable and honest and one of the best experienced guides in the industry.
Yep.
And this is something that, I'm sure that this kind of thing, I don't know anything about buffalo. I don't know if they're, if they're a territorial group or if they, have revenge on the mind always. But something obviously happened here. And actually, investigators were treating the case as a culpable homicide.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, it's an interesting case. Now, in all reality, he was a respected professional hunter, meaning he was most likely maintaining population, taking down probably not the healthiest of buffalo, maybe older or infirm buffalo that were eating up resources. African buffalo are not endangered, and usually hunting is a good way of just keeping the herd healthy. So it's a tragedy, and I hate to make light of it, but he was respected internationally, and they say he was above average in his hunting ethics and professionalism, and that's something that is very much needed in hunting wild game, because it's a very delicate balance of taking animal's life for sport. Most likely they don't drop them and leave them. They utilize them, and a lot of that meat is donated to locals, and that helps a lot of locals in their businesses. They get a lot of free meat, and it helps their industry in these small villages. So that's a tragedy. That's too bad. It sounds like a good man, a good hunter, an ecologist was taken out.
All right. Well, Eric, that's all the time we have. Why don't you tell them where they can find us?
Well, you can find us all over the internet. First, you can find us on Twitter, just at Pull Up a Chair Pod. Tweet us and we will respond, or Facebook, and just search for Pull Up a Chair Podcast, and that will be us. You are welcome to comment on anything we have there, or like us, or share us as you see fit. YouTube, if you want to have a audio with a very static visual, but you like YouTube, we're there. You can search for Pull Up a Chair Podcast. But you can find us on our own website, puckpodcast.website, pucpodcast.website. Back to you, Nick.
Well, that's where you can find us, unless you're a bear. And then, bears, Eric will meet you in the streets.
I'll fight you so hard.
He will fight you one-on-one, fist fight. He is not scared. He will aim for the nose, though. All right. And everyone else, you have yourself a great day.
Bye.